All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about something called the algorithm of joy. Now, what if I told you that lasting peace, it isn't something you find, it's something you actually build? Today, we're going to explore how you can become the programmer of your own mind, literally coding it for a way more sustainable kind of joy.
So, does this sound familiar? You ever feel like you're just running on a treadmill, chasing a happiness that's always just out of reach? You know, you're hustling, you're getting things done, but that deep feeling of contentment, it just seems like it's over the next hill. It's that classic trap, right? I'll be happy when I get the promotion, or when I find the right person, or finally hit that savings goal. Well, today we're going to completely tear that whole way of thinking apart.
And that leads us right into our first big idea, the happiness treadmill. I mean, it's that constant, relentless chase for more followers, more achievements, more stuff. It's a cycle that's just cranked up to 11 by a world that's constantly whispering, or let's be real, shouting, that our worth is all about what we have. You know, there's actually an ancient and really powerful word for this exact pattern, delusion. And hey, this isn't about judgment at all. Think of it more like a bug in our mental code. It's this deep-seated belief that fulfillment can just be downloaded from the outside world, you know, like a new car or a big promotion.
So just think for a second about the two different paths here. On one hand, you've got the external chase. That path is just paved with anxiety and frustration. I mean, just picture that endless doom scroll on social media, right? It's a constant stream of what looks like external happiness, and all it does is trigger comparison and that feeling of wanting more. But on the other hand, the path of inner contentment, that leads to a real sustainable peace and joy. So the real question is, which path is your mind currently coded to follow?
And check out this quote. It is a really startling example of just how deep this external chase can go. I love you so much that I am in stress and suffering. I am great consumer. Wow. It just shows how even the most profound human emotion, love, can get twisted into a kind of consumerism where it's all about attachment and the idea of possessing someone, which just creates suffering instead of a genuine connection that creates joy.
Okay, so we've kind of laid out the problem, right? The treadmill. So now let's make a pivot. We're stepping off that treadmill and we're starting a journey away from looking out there for the answers to looking in here.
And this, right here, this is the absolute core idea of this whole explainer. True sustainable joy, it isn't something you find, it's something you cultivate. It's like a garden. You have to intentionally plant the seeds, water them, and take care of it. It is an active, ongoing process.
So, you're probably asking, okay, how do we actually start cultivating this garden? Well, that is exactly what this next part is all about. We are opening up the Sustainable Joy Toolkit, a set of really practical principles you can start using like today to begin mastering your own mind and writing a brand new algorithm for joy.
All right, so our toolkit is built on these 4 big pillars. First up, cultivating contentment. That's all about appreciating what you have. Second is mastering your mind, becoming the director of your own inner world. Third, living with authenticity, making sure who you are on the inside matches what you do on the outside. And fourth, engaging in purposeful work. Now, all 4 of these are absolutely crucial for long-term peace, but for now, we're really going to zoom in on mastering your mind, because honestly, that's the one that gives you the most direct, immediate control over your experience.
And this really gets to the heart of mastering your mind. See, if you just leave it on autopilot, our mind often defaults to this old program of ego, jealousy, and fear, and it becomes our worst master. But, and this is the game changer, you can be the programmer. You can intentionally sit down and write new code, deciding what your mental algorithm prioritizes. You can literally turn your mind into your greatest ally, your best friend. You get to decide.
And here is your very first debugging tool. It's called the AWARE principle, and it's a super simple 4-step process. So next time you feel a really strong emotion bubbling up, like jealousy or your ego flaring up, first, just feel it. Don't judge it, just acknowledge it's there. Second, pause. Just create a little bit of space between that feeling and how you're about to react. Third, ask yourself, wait, why am I chasing this? What's really driving this desire? And finally, step 4, detach. Let go of needing that specific thing to happen on the outside. Every single time you run through this simple sequence, you are actively interrupting that old reactive code and installing a new, more conscious program in your mind.
Okay, so what actually happens when you start using this toolkit, when you start recoding your own mind? Well, that brings us to our final section and the really profound reward of doing all this inner work.
The very first thing you'll probably notice is just this incredible sense of relief. It's like you start to shed this heavy, heavy cloak of anxiety and stress and the constant pressure of what everyone else expects. And in its place, you just discover this amazing lightness and freedom.
And that lightness, that freedom, it leads to the ultimate prize. Think of your life like a giant Easter egg hunt. Most of us, we're just scrambling around grabbing all the shiny plastic eggs on the lawn. The wealth, the status, the validation. But the real prize, the one that contains true, lasting value, it's not out there on the lawn. It's discovering who you are underneath all of that noise. See, the goal was never the external stuff. The real goal is, and always has been, you.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. If you actually stepped off that treadmill, if you stopped pouring all your energy into chasing what other people think, who is the person waiting to be discovered underneath it all? What might you build or create or become just for the pure joy of it? Thanks so much for joining me for this one.